Issues. Hey guys, welcome back to Taylor Television. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We're doing an EFT tapping session to build self-love. Do you struggle with constant self-criticism and negative self-talk? Do you feel unworthy or incapable of having the things you want in life? Do you put other people's needs before your own? Do you feel misfit and dysfunctional, like good lives are meant for other people and you're just meant to be happy with all the scraps? If any of this sounds familiar, you might be dealing with an inner environment of toxic shame. Toxic shame can affect your life in a variety of negative ways, but can be healed through radical acceptance and self-love, which is what we're going to work on today with our EFT tapping session. Today, we will use the free healing technique of EFT tapping to stimulate our energy system to release these negative beliefs and replace them with more loving and productive beliefs. When repeated in practice, this process will help you clear the blockages of shame and self-hatred learned in your past and replace them with a hopeful, loving expectation of the future you are building for yourself. So we're going to get into it, guys. This was my 4-week series on EFT tapping to clear toxic shame, and this is week 4. So we've done 3 other weeks. If you're interested in the topic and you find this helpful, you can go back. I make all the live streams public, so you can go back and watch the past 3 weeks if you find this helpful, because there are several different scripts we've been working with. The first week we worked on just kind of discussing shame and what it is and some of the symptoms that can cause in your life, and then the second week was about, was it procrastination? People pleasing? I think it was people pleasing. I'm forgetting what all 4 weeks were. I should have it all organized in front of me. Anyway, we've been exploring toxic shame from a variety of different angles and a variety of different ways that it impacts people's lives. And we've been tapping to clear these blockages. Shame can significantly hinder your ability to reach your potential. And in my own life, I would say the biggest ways that shame and feeling so bad about myself affected my ability to reach my potential was participating in toxic and abusive relationships that really set me back a lot in my life. I was settling for being treated the way that I thought I deserved to be treated. So when you have a lot of deep inner shame, you have a tendency to allow yourself to be treated very poorly, because that's actually on the inside how you think that you should be treated. And being comfortable with being treated poorly is very dangerous for your life, because it gets you into these toxic and abusive relationships that can completely derail your entire life. And even if you're not in a toxic relationship with somebody treating you terribly and filling your mind up with terrible things, you are the one filling your mind up with terrible things. So it's like, even when you're single and even if you're not in a toxic relationship, you're still in a toxic relationship with yourself. So at the beginning of this year, I made a huge commitment to myself to stop with all the negative, hateful talk, because it was making me feel really bad about myself. And in doing that, in promising myself I was going to be kinder to myself, I was actually able to do a lot of healing work to get down to like the core of my shame-based behavior. I noticed it really making YouTube videos. I was trying to make videos and I was trying to film, and I just always felt like I wasn't good enough and like I was too fat and too ugly and I didn't have anything to say. And it was kind of like exploring all of this resistance to making YouTube videos that really got me down to the core of the matter, which was I really hated myself. I really felt unworthy and dysfunctional and different than everybody else. So in my life, it put me into a lot of situations where I was letting people treat me very poorly, because I, on the inside, felt that I deserved to be treated poorly. And another big way the shame was affecting my life, as far as not being able to love myself, was perfectionism and fear of making mistakes and being a beginner. So there were a lot. Hey, thanks. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here in my live stream. We're discussing toxic shame and self-love and how to have less shame and replace those shameful feelings with more love. So another way that toxic shame was really negatively affecting my life is it was giving me this perfectionism where I was having trouble learning the things I needed to learn to do the things I wanted to do, because I was afraid to confront being bad at things because my self-esteem was already so low that I didn't want to try anything new that might confront me with, being bad at something. Because when you feel so shameful and so inherently unworthy, you don't feel like you can take another hit. You already feel so bad about yourself that to find out you're not good at something is almost like too painful to even think about. So why? Why isn't my internet working this evening? Anyway, guys, drop a message in the chat if you can hear me or if I'm still live. And if I'm not, that's okay too. But I'm trying to bring you guys this message. So, some signs that shame is affecting your self-esteem and the way that you feel about yourself and your ability to love yourself. Yes, guys, thank you for being here. Make sure you hit the channel with a subscribe and you'll be notified when I go live on Thursday nights. Today I'm a little late. I'm having some internet connectivity issues, but I'm trying to bring the good word to you guys. I'm trying to help you love yourselves. Love, it creates self-worth issues. Shame leads to a diminished sense of self-worth, making a diminished sense of self-worth, making individuals doubt their abilities and potential. So it really is hard to grow as a person when you have this deep inner doubt of your abilities and your potential. And my self-love was so low, and once I was able to clear out a lot of this shame-based behavior, I was able to tap into a well of loving myself and treating myself well and committing to doing the hard work of growing towards your best life without fearing that I was incapable of achieving these things that I was trying to achieve. A fear of exposure. People who experience deep shame may fear being exposed as inadequate or flawed, which is another reason why not loving yourself and existing in a lot of shame stops you from growing and reaching your own potential, because you're scared to try new things because you're afraid of your deepest fear that you're unworthy, unlovable, horrible, dysfunctional. You don't want to do anything that might confirm those fears that you have about yourself. Negative self-talk, which is really the biggest, I think it's like the biggest impediment to self-love, because you live inside your brain with your thoughts all day, every day. So if you're having negative self-talk, it can really degrade the amount of love that you have for yourself. That was the biggest habit I needed to break. And the biggest thing that healing my shame helped me with was reforming the way that I spoke to myself. Shame fosters negative self-talk and inner criticism. This constant barrage of self-deprecating thoughts can erode confidence and motivation, making it difficult to strive for and achieve your goals. Avoidance behaviors. To avoid painful feelings associated with shame and a lack of self-love, individuals might engage in avoidance behaviors such as procrastinating or avoiding challenging situations, which stifles personal or professional growth. We focused on procrastination last week. Perfectionism, which is really another form of procrastination. Your shame can drive perfectionistic tendencies where individuals set unrealistically high standards for themselves. The fear of not meeting these standards can lead to paralysis, preventing progress and learning. A lack of self-love and deep feelings of shame can cause you to isolate yourself. And the lack of social support and networking can limit your opportunities for professional and personal growth. It can cause mental health issues such as depression and anxiety and reduced resilience. It's harder to bounce back from failures or setbacks. I find myself sometimes making progress and then I kind of self-sabotage myself out of all the progress I made, because when you have a lack of self-love and you don't love yourself, when you do good things for yourself that cause you to grow and learn and expand your life, sometimes you'll self-sabotage and to undo that progress, because you can never really exceed in life past the limit where you actually feel that you are. So when you're filled with shame and you have a deficit of self-love and self-confidence and self-esteem, you really can only reach such a high level because you have an inner voice in yourself that will say, who do you think you are to be up at this level? Who do you think you are to be taking care of yourself? No, don't forget you hate yourself. And then you'll restart the hateful behaviors until you're back down to base level. So it was very hard for me to hold on to any growth I was making, because I did have such low self-esteem and such low self-worth, and I really hated myself. So whenever I would love myself up to a certain level, I would break myself back down, because subconsciously you're always going to break yourself back down to where you really feel like you are. So I hope that makes sense what I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys are familiar with EFT tapping, but welcome to the live stream. Thank you for being here. We've been doing this every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. I know my connection's been a little bit sketchy tonight, so I'm sorry if you've lost me or if anything I've said hasn't made sense. But there's 3 other weeks of live tappings, and I'm sure if you watch them, it'll all come together and make sense. So thank you guys so much for being here. EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, is a 5,000-year-old technique that's based on the Chinese medicine energy meridian system. And it's kind of like acupuncture. You are stimulating certain areas of your energy meridians. So in Chinese energy medicine, there are basically circuits that run all through our body, kind of like electrical circuits, and that's how the energy flows through our body. And when we internalize trauma or other things that happened to us in our past, it can be very easy to get energy blockages in those centers. And EFT tapping works very similar to acupuncture in that you are making use of these energy centers, and instead of putting needles in them, you're applying pressure with your fingers, and we go through a series of tapping points while talking about the emotional issues that are stuck in our body and holding us back. And this process helps to clear these blockages and allow your energy to flow freely through your body. So it's not that you're trying to create any new energy, you're just trying to clear the blocks where energy is not able to flow so that it can flow freely through your body, and you can experience the wellness and joy and peace and love that comes naturally to you from the universe, and it's not getting stuck, you know? Like if you have a car accident on the highway, it doesn't matter how fast or how hard you drive through it because there's a blockage. So it's basically like clearing away the cars so that the traffic can go freely on the street instead of just trying to will ourselves through, you know, a pile up. You're right in the middle of in the world is oneself. I don't quite understand, but I hope that you understand what I'm saying. And I'm so glad that you guys are here. So we're going to get into the tapping sequence. So what you do is it's a little different than some stuff that will have you, well, like manifestation community will have you say, like, don't ever say anything that you don't want to happen, because really words are things. And when you say different words, let's see if I can move back to the light. When you say different words, you are really putting like a spell on your life. So it is important not to talk about, you know, negative things, but as far as when you're clearing the energy blockages out of your system, you actually do want to acknowledge them verbally, and that's in order to clear them out and to acknowledge them. So it might feel a little weird to say some of this negative stuff if you're like really deep into the manifestation community, because the manifestation community will tell you, rightfully so, that words are things and that you really shouldn't put anything into words that you don't want to happen. But in this situation, we're saying them to kind of acknowledge them and work to clear them out. So we're going to get into it, guys. EFT tapping, you want to have both of your feet flat on the ground, and you want to be well hydrated. So I always tell everybody before these tapping sessions, it's really helpful if you make sure that you're totally hydrated, and that helps, you know, your energy and the electricity flow freely through your body. And so we are going to clear toxic shame and build self-love today in this EFT tapping script. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, and I'm excited to get into it. So I will show you the areas. So what we do first is we tap in our intention for our tapping session on the karate chop point of the hand, which is right over here. Oh, maybe the center of the world is in each other's body. Well, I know that the center of my personal world right now is in my body, but we are all connected, you know, to an energy field. So yeah, there is a larger energy field all around us that we are connected to. And by elevating our own emotional field and our own frequency, by raising that, we're actually helping to heal other people. So when when we work to clear the shame in ourselves, we work to clear the shame of like the collective of humanity. And when we build up self-love in ourselves, it helps us to be more loving and share more of ourselves authentically with other people. And the world really needs us to be doing this healing, because one healed person spreads their, healed light to another person, and then that other person, even the technique of EFT, if we're sharing it with each other and it helps us to feel better, then we create a light, a brighter light in us, and then that brighter light can shine for other people to use as an example. And we can all heal ourselves, and then by healing ourselves, we also heal each other. And it's really amazing, because just by healing yourself, you can exponentially raise, the love that people are experiencing on the world. In the world, when you love yourself more, you show up better in the world and more authentically and more joyfully, and that is something that the world needs a lot more of. So we start by setting up our statement of what we're going to be working on for EFT tapping on the side of the hand. We then go the eyebrow, the side of the eye, under the nose, under the chin, collarbone, under the arm, where there should be a sore, kind of a tender point at some point under your arm. You'll feel it. You want to get in there. Excuse me, I'm getting over being sick. And then you want to tap on the top of your head. That's my favorite one. The last week someone was in here and they said the top of the head was their favorite one. So watermelon into cubes. Are you going to do the tapping with me? Do you know what EFT tapping is? Have you ever done it before? I hope that everybody in here subscribe to my channel so that I can share more of this cool information with them. So we're going to set up the statement 3 times on the karate chop point. Yeah, do it with me. Feet flat on the ground, uncrossed. You're going to say this out loud. Even if you just want to listen to me, that's okay, but it really helps to say it out loud to really get it into your body. We're going to increase our self-love with this EFT tapping session. EFT is so simple, it's free. You could do it anywhere. And after this live, I will make the live stream available public so that you can watch it as many times as you want, and you can practice this as many times as you want over the week. And you can do it anywhere you want. And if you email me, I'll put my email address below in the description after the live is over, and it's on my other ones. If you email me, I can send you a written transcript so that you can do this without a video and without the internet, and you can build up your self-love and clear shame anywhere you want. So let's get into it. So you guys can repeat after me. I'll say it twice to give you a chance to repeat the prompts that I'm saying. Even though I feel this deep toxic shame, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel this deep and toxic shame, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. This toxic shame I feel inside, this toxic shame I feel inside it's like a heavy weight on my heart. I feel so unworthy and small. I usually use 2 hands, but I'm just going to use one. You can use 1 or 2. I feel so unworthy and small. This shame makes me hide my true self. This shame makes me hide my true self. I feel trapped in my own negative thoughts. I feel trapped in my own negative thoughts. This toxic shame that holds me back. This toxic shame that holds me back. Do it with me, guys. It's like a dark cloud over my soul. It's like a dark cloud over my soul. I acknowledge this shame within me. I acknowledge this shame within me. This shame stems from past experiences. This shame stems from past experiences. Moments when I felt judged or unworthy. moments when I felt judged or unworthy, the hurtful words and actions of others, the hurtful words and actions of others, the times I felt not good, the times I felt not good enough, the times I felt not good enough, the shame that has lingered for too long, the shame that has lingered for too long. It's time to let go of these old wounds. It's time to let go of these old wounds. I am ready to release this toxic shame. I am ready to release this toxic shame. I am willing to heal and move forward. I am willing to heal and move forward. Welcome to the live stream. Tap with us. I choose to release this toxic shame now. I choose to release this toxic shame now. Letting go of the heavy weight on my heart. Letting go of the heavy weight on my heart. I am freeing myself from these negative thoughts. I am freeing myself from these negative thoughts. I release the shame that makes me feel small. I release the shame that makes me feel small. Letting go of the fear of being judged. Letting go of the fear of being judged. Releasing the hurtful words and actions of others. Releasing the hurtful words and actions of others. I am letting go of the past and embracing the present. I am letting go of the past and embracing the present. I am free from this toxic shame. I am free from this toxic shame. I am worthy of love and acceptance. Take a deep breath. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am deserving of all good things. I am deserving of all good things. I embrace my true self with love. I embrace my true self with love. I am enough just how I am. I am enough just how I am. I am proud of who I'm becoming. I am proud of who I'm becoming. I accept and love myself completely. I accept and love myself completely. I am filled with self-love and compassion. I am filled with self-love and compassion. I am worthy of radical self-love. I am worthy of radical self-love. Big deep breath. We have one more round. I choose to see my own beauty and worth. I choose to see my own beauty and worth. I radiate self-love and confidence. I radiate self-love and confidence. I am a unique and valuable person. I am a unique and valuable person. I honor my journey and my growth. I honor my journey and my growth. I am a beacon of self-love and positivity. I am a beacon of self-love and positivity. I attract love and kindness into my life. I attract love and kindness into my life. I celebrate myself every day. I celebrate myself every day. I am filled with radical self-love and acceptance. And we're going to hit the karate chop to tap it in permanently. Even though I have felt this toxic shame, I now choose to release it and embrace radical self-love. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose, into our bellies, and hold it in your belly and breathe it out your mouth. Like a deep cleansing breath. Let's do one more. Did you guys tap with me? I have a little visualization for the end of this tapping session, which we've never done before. What do you guys think? Has anyone tapped before? Did you tap with me just now? I hope that you did it with me. I really wish that this live stream didn't start off with a bad connection, but it's okay because we're here, we did the tapping, and I'll go into YouTube and clean it up to make sure there's no like weird pause or lag at the end. Did you do it? Do you feel good? Do you feel your energy radiating through your body? Yeah, you should feel refreshed. You should feel positive. You should feel really charged with like a positive charge, and your energy should, it makes my body feel like a little like tingly, like I can kind of feel my energy really flowing. So if you keep up with these practices, you can actually use this same tapping sequence to basically identify any things that are negative or uncomfortable holding you back. And then you use the tapping sequence to acknowledge what's holding you back and then to slowly add in the my friend today and sedation at the end. If I that these calls are coming through my do not disturb. I'm so sorry, guys. Are you guys here? I'm back. My phone's on do not disturb, but these phone calls are just coming through, and it's so aggravating. This wasn't my cleanest stream, but I'm happy to connect with all of you here. I hope you found the tapping helpful, and I hope it taught you about something new that you can. I'm so glad that you're still in here. I'm so doing this stream just now in a row. I got him a phone, and he keeps calling me. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to keep going on this stream, but hopefully it starts moving again soon. I wanted to do this visualization with you guys. This wasn't my best stream. I was kind of a mess today. So we'll do a better one next Thursday, I promise. It'll be way tighter and way better than this. Better prepared. I need to figure out the do not disturb settings on my phone for sure. I'm just paused on my screen, so I don't know if you guys can still see me or not. But I wanted to do this visualization with you guys. What a shot stream. Oh well, I tried. It's only for voice, but okay. So you can hear me, but you can't see me? That's so aggravating. Well, I can still do our visualization. So if you would like to do a visualization, I really appreciate you staying with me through the EFT tapping portion of the stream. I love sharing that technique with people because it's free. Hey, I'm back. It's free. You can do it anywhere, and you can tailor it endlessly to tailor. You can change it to deal with any emotional issue you might be having. And it really does help, especially if you consistently work the tapping scripts. It really does help. And I've found a lot of healing through the EFT tapping. I'm back! All right, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you catch me during my next live stream. I promise it'll be better. And you can go back and watch the last 3 weeks because this is wrapping up our 4-week series on toxic shame and self-love. So I want to do a visualization. Guide yourself through a visualization of self-love. Close your eyes if you can. Imagine a beautiful garden within your heart. The garden is lush, vibrant, and full of life. See the flowers blooming, the sunlight shining, and feel the warmth and love radiating from this place. Picture yourself standing in this garden, feeling the love and acceptance surrounding you. See yourself as you truly are, a being of worth and beauty, deserving all the love and kindness in the world. Allow this vision to become clearer and more vivid. Feel the love growing within you, filling every part of your being, knowing that this is your true nature and it is always within you. Take a moment to feel the self-love and acceptance within you. Remember, the positive changes you have made today are now a part of you. You are free from the toxic shame that held you back, and you are embracing a life of radical self-love. You can return to this relaxed state and reinforce these positive beliefs anytime you need. You are capable, worthy, and deserving of all the love and happiness that comes your way. Take a deep breath in, into your belly, whew, and out. And when you feel ready, open your eyes, feeling refreshed, empowered, and filled with self-love. And then I like to take a minute when we end the stream to think about some things that we're grateful for. I am so grateful for my family because they're always so supportive of me and they give me a lot of love. And I am grateful for my YouTube channel and my YouTube subscribers because you guys give me a reason to get up, figure out what to share with the world, and show up and do it. So thank you guys so much for being here for my EFT tapping live stream. I'm so sorry we had so many connectivity issues. It wasn't my best stream, but you know what? They can't all be the best, and I'm just proud that I showed up and I did it. So I'll take that as a win, and I'll see you guys next Thursday.